Hey guys, Dr. J here. In the previous episode, we completed a slow run of the last challenge room in the DLC. We managed to unlock all but one of its achievements, the speed run. This is also the last achievement we're missing for our 100% completion of the game. This will be the final episode of my all achievements walkthrough of Bioshock 1 Remastered. Let's go ahead and finish the game. We'll start the challenge room on medium difficulty again. Doing it on survivor is definitely possible, but quite difficult. Unfortunately, we'll have to go through the intro sequence again. Okay, so this run will be vastly different from the previous. The routing will remain largely the same, but the way we will approach the fights will be focused on completing them as quickly as possible. Not like we have a choice, but we'll start with the single splicer room and grab our first weapons. We will only be picking up the items that are on our way. We can't really afford to waste time fully exploring each of the rooms. A couple of headshots will be enough to kill the splicer, and we can then collect the rest of our weapons. As you may imagine, our main weapon will again be the crossbow. So the first thing we need to do is upgrade its damage from the upgrade station. In the first intermission, we'll be buying the damage research, Eve Saver and Ranch Jockey tonics from the Gatherer's Garden. Next we'll buy some incendiary bolts, and unfortunately we don't have enough money for anything else. But this will be plenty for the next room. In the fight with the Big Daddy, we will again be utilizing the electrified water, but things will go much faster since we'll also be shooting him with the crossbow. Before starting the fight though, we'll be using the upgrade station for the second crossbow upgrade. And we'll still be using the camera, but mostly on the Big Daddies, since the bonus to damage in their case will make quite a difference, as well as the turrets because of the automatic hacking. And now we'll just start shooting at him while walking back towards the electrified water. Dodge his charge attack, which makes him jump into the water, and then finish him off with another incendiary bolt. As you can see, this makes short work out of him. We can now go collect our rewards and get back to the central hub. We can go ahead and break the first aid station for some free first aid kits, and then buy some steel tip bolts, as much restoratives as possible, and the electric bolt plasmids. The next room will be again the one with the Houdini splicers. This time we'll head straight to the bottom and try to kill them as fast as possible. The first Houdini splicer we'll encounter is relatively free, so it's a good idea to try to do some research for at least the first damage bonus level. Though it is debatable whether it's worth it, since we'll mostly be headshotting them anyway. But it doesn't take that much time, so why not do it? While going past it, we'll break the first aid station to get some more kits. We can drop from here straight to the bottom. We just need to break our fall on a couple of ledges. Here's the first one, and we can just drop on the bridge here. Now we're ready to kill all the Houdini splicers that are going to spawn. We may loot some items while waiting for them to appear, but don't waste any time doing that. I will also use this opportunity to get the damage upgrade for the grenade launcher. We'll be getting some use of it as well. The best time to headshot them is just after they've teleported. We're running a little low on bolts, but we do have some incendiary bolts as well. And if things come to that, we can use our other weapons as well. Great, that was the perfect time to reload the canisters, as usual. The issue is made even worse since we don't have enough bolts to even fill a single canister, so we have to reload a lot more often than I would have liked. I think we actually killed all of them. Can't hear any more teleporting. Of course there's one being late. Well, at least this should be the last one. Nope, one more remaining. Okay, now we're done. I'm not particularly happy with my performance, but it wasn't terrible and at least the hardest room is now behind us. The rest should be much easier. Since we won't be able to get as much money in this run, it's a good idea to buy the vending expert tonic from the Gatherer's Garden. That will significantly reduce the prices of items from the vending machines. And then we can buy some more steel tip bolts and of course some more restoratives. Next will be the spider splicers. It's worth it to make some photos so we can get both the bonus damage and the spider organs perks. After that we'll drop down and again use the electric bolts to drop them from the ceiling. Once they're zapped, we could either use the crossbow or the wrench, it doesn't really matter. While taking photos doesn't really waste too much time, we should still be moving towards the chute. This spider splicer will probably be the last we'll need in order to get the second damage bonus. There we go, let's drop down into the room now. We'll pick up a Nif hypo from the corpse here, and now we can start killing off the spider splicers. If we manage to hit them with the electro bolt. What's going on here? Finally! He must have been bugged. There's no way with me so many shots. Okay, we've already killed 2 spider splicers. Where are the others? There's one over there. Shoot. Going after this one was a waste of time. He was already dead the moment he touched the water. There doesn't seem to be any here. There is a little bit of RNG in this room. Since the spider splicers won't actively try to come to you, you may lose a bit of time trying to find them. Listening to the sounds they make while crawling is a good way to find them more quickly. And I think this was the last one. Time to collect our rewards and go back to the central hub. Right, so the next room we will visit is the turret maze, which of course means we'll have to get the target dummy plasmid. We also need enough fuel so we can get the automatic hacking perk, and I'll buy some more EVE hypos. So of course we'll start by getting the automatic hacking perk. The good thing is that the turrets are always at the same spot, so it's easy to optimize this part. I'm also using this opportunity to get some research done on the Big Daddy. It will be really useful when we get to the Big Daddy's room. Okay, and now we'll start researching the turrets. Like I said in the previous run, it would be perfect if we could get a splicer in the frame as well. There's one here, but he's really not in a good position. We're not having the best of luck, but we don't really need too much more research to get the perk. Just a couple more photos. Okay, where can we find another one? Couldn't get a good photo from this. This splicer is conveniently going towards the turret. Perfect. Well, obviously I haven't practiced it enough, but in any case, we've managed to get the required research, so now we simply have to hack the turrets as quickly as possible and then finish off the Big Daddy. Ideally, we should strive to place the target dummies in front of multiple turrets, as that way it will be easier to hack them. And don't forget that we need to switch to the Electro Bolt in order to hack the flamethrower turrets. Okay, so far things are going pretty good. Just a couple more turrets left. Okay, I think we're done. All that's left is the Big Daddy. And he's half dead already. We don't have to wait for the turrets to kill him. Using the crossbow will be much quicker. And we're done. I'm quite happy with how the room went. And we're pretty good on time. Should be easily able to finish the challenge room in less than 15 minutes. In this intermission, we only need to buy some more steel tip bolts and restoratives. The next room will be the one with the sentry bots, so we don't need any new plasmids or tonics. This time we'll go straight down the chute and beeline it towards the thuggish splicer controlling the sentry bots. I'll still go loot this body since it's basically on the way. After we drop down into the room, every now and then we'll drop a target dummy to occupy the bot's attention. Once we reach the thuggish splicer, a bow to the head will take care of him. I use the target dummy on the Big Daddy, hoping it will get the sentry bots to attack him and soften him up a bit. Okay, we can now go back to the Big Daddy, snap a few photos of him and then kill him with a crossbow. We will use the target dummy for animation cancelling the crossbow and confusing the Big Daddy. It should only take 4 shots to kill him. Nice, we got another damage upgrade. There we go, super easy. And we're back to the central hub. We'll be stocking up on film and restoratives again, and then we'll enter the room with lots of different kinds of enemies. That one is pretty straightforward and does not require any particular strategy or plasmids. Let's take a few photos and then we'll drop down the chute. By the way, I'm not worried about using the camera so often because the timer stops while we are looking at the photo, so we don't have to worry about losing any time. We'll be using the crossbow pretty much exclusively here. There's little RNG in this room. Nearly all of the splicers will be in the same spot every time. The only wildcard is the spider splicer. Hopefully he won't cause us problems. Here's the electrified splicer, and next should be the nitro splicer. Yep, here he is. There should also be a Houdini splicer here. There we go. Nothing unusual so far. And this is the second nitro splicer. Just a couple more splicers left. I am concerned about the spider splicer though, we still haven't seen him. That's just another Tegi splicer. Anyways, let's take care of the Big Daddy. The spider splicer might appear in the meantime. Okay, the Big Daddy went down easy, but the spider splicer is still missing. The problem is that I'm not even hearing him, so he's probably not somewhere in the vicinity. Okay, we found him. Once he is dead, we can exit the room. Perfect. We've lost a bit of time, but we should still be okay. Since we're doing good on ammo and restoratives, I'll skip going to the vendors and go straight to the last room. The one with all the Big Daddies. We don't have to worry about any fancy strategies here. We'll simply animation cancel the crossbow and kill all of them in a straight up fight. It actually takes longer to reload the canister than to kill the Big Daddy. Though I'm guessing the Rosy type will be a bit more resilient. But even then, we'll just be using the target dummy while we're reloading. I'm not sure why we kept the aggro despite using the target dummy. The animation cancel does feel a bit like a cheat though. I believe this is the last Big Daddy here. Damn, barely wasn't able to kill him in 5 shots. Once again he ignores the target dummy. Well, he did start attacking it after a while. Maybe it just takes some time. Oh, so there was one more left. Well, at least he's near the vent. This time the target dummy put his aggro immediately after using it. I'm not sure what is the reason for this inconsistent behavior. Anyways, this was the last room, so we only have the final fight remaining. We don't really need to buy anything from the vendors, but it won't take that long, so I'll just go ahead and use them. And now we will approach the door to the little sister's chamber and start the fight. We will again be relying on the target dummy. It will just make targeting the enemies with the crossbow much easier. Here's the first wave of splicers. I'm trying to shoot them the moment they teleport into the room, since they'll be standing still for a couple of seconds. Now it's time for the spider splicers. It might have actually been better to use the wrench against the spider splicers. All their acrobatics make them somewhat hard to pin down with a crossbow. I got a bit lucky this time, but potentially we could have lost a lot of time. And now it's time for the Houdini splicers. They should be relatively easy to deal with. Having said that, I'm missing quite a lot of headshots. Okay, that wasn't great, but it was not too terrible. And now it's time for the final wave before the Big Daddy. It doesn't really matter if we hack the sentry bots, since we'll kill the Big Daddy very quickly, thanks to animation cancelling the crossbow. We are cutting it a little close, but there should be enough time. Yep, there we go. He couldn't even react. And that was it. We only need to wait for the door to open and we'll get our speedrun achievement unlocked. That was the last achievement we needed. We've now unlocked all the achievements in Bioshock 1 Remastered. Well, this is it for today's episode. Thank you for spending your time with me, and if you have enjoyed it, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It will really help me a lot. Also, if you have any comments or suggestions, I would love to hear from you. Take care, and until next time.